Imagine this scene. It's July 18th, 2013. Day 1 of the second Ashes test at Lord's. The Australian team in their green blazers, England players lined up, everyone waiting nervously. And guess who steps out onto the pitch to meet both teams? Queen Elizabeth II, in her signature blue hat and outfit, shaking hands, greeting captains and players one by one. The start of play is delayed by 15 minutes, just so she can make her traditional visit. Before she arrives, the players get pulled aside for the strictest briefing they've ever had, stricter than any rule from the ICC. They're taught how to stand properly, how to bow when she approaches, when to speak, when to stay completely silent. England captain Alistair Cook is visibly nervous. He later admits forgetting some full names. The rules are very strict. You only shake hands if the Queen offers her hand first. You wait for her to start talking. You never begin the conversation. No personal questions, ever. You don't touch her unless she allows it. If there's ever a formal dinner, nobody eats until the Queen starts, and nobody continues once she's finished. Posture, photo poses, what clothes to wear? Everything has to be just right. Now the big question. Why does the whole world still give this family so much respect? Most kings and queens disappeared long ago, but the British royal family? They've been around for over 1,100 years, and they're still here, still relevant today. Let me show you how they stay in the spotlight. Take Prince William and Kate's wedding, April 29, 2011. Huge, watched by billions, street parties everywhere. Kate's stunning dress, carriages, celebrities, fairy tale stuff. For weeks, that's all anyone talked about, but at the exact same time, Britain was hurting. Still recovering from the 2008 financial crash, new government brought in heavy austerity cuts, slashing hospitals, schools, benefits. Unemployment was high. Student protests were raging. People were angry about rising bills, job losses, everything. Yet the wedding took over every screen, every newspaper, every conversation. It created this wave of national joy and quietly pushed all the anger and hardship to the side. This isn't a one-time thing. 2017 to 2018, the NHS was in crisis. Hospitals short of money. Patients waiting months. Doctors and nurses stretched thin. One of the worst health crises in British history. People were protesting. Then suddenly, headlines everywhere. Royal baby is coming. Prince Louis born April 2018. Baby photos everywhere. Crisis buried. September 2022. Boris Johnson's Partygate scandal exploding. Lockdown parties while ordinary people couldn't even attend funerals. Public fury. Boris fined, resigned. Right then, Queen Elizabeth II passes away. Months of funeral coverage. Partygate fades away. These events are planned years in advance. They have secret codes, like Operation London Bridge for the Queen's death, ready since the 1960s. Everything scripted, what anchors wear, what headlines to use, what politicians say. They always have something in the pipeline: weddings, babies, funerals, hospital visits. If nothing big is scheduled, someone just goes and shakes hands with a sick child. Instant good news. Instant distraction. And who pays for these giant events? Taxpayers. 2011 wedding security alone? Around £20 million. Helicopters, snipers, roadblocks. Government says it boosts tourism, makes the nation happy. Many ordinary Brits say, we're struggling to pay bills, and our taxes are funding their fairy tale parties. Democracies need distractions, elections every few years. If people only talk about unemployment, inflation, corruption, politicians get kicked out. So they shift attention to emotional, cultural, sensational stuff. In Britain, that something is the royal family. They're the perfect circus. Old Roman saying, give them bread and circuses, and they will never revolt. Today's circus, the British royal family. After World War II, colonies started leaving, royals seen as looters and oppressors. So in 1949, they create the Commonwealth, forget the past. We're one big happy family now. 56 countries joined. 15 still have the king as head of state. Why stay? Political freedom is easy. Economic freedom, hard. Tourism, trade, loans. Upsetting the crown can hurt badly. It's like a softer, modern version of the old empire. Today, polls show support dropping. Only about half want to keep the monarchy. Young people want elected heads. King Charles' low popularity. Prince Andrew hated. Epstein links. Harry and Meghan, lots of hate. But they get the most media coverage. This is hate watch. People criticize, make memes, debate them, but they still click, still watch. The more hate, the more attention, the more relevant they stay. It's a trap. People feel like they're fighting the system, but they're actually keeping it alive. Politically, the system protects them. Many politicians' voters are older people who love the royals. The House of Lords has royal connections. Changing the Constitution would be a nightmare. Culturally, they're in Britain's DNA, on money, on stamps, on legal papers. The king is head of the Church of England. Economically, tourism, luxury brands, media, all make billions from them. Psychologically, people think we've seen bad politicians. At least the royals are neutral, less harmful. Many empires fell. This one survives, not from love, but because the whole system needs them. And that is the real story behind the crown that never fades. If this helped you see things differently, like, share, subscribe. Thanks for watching till the end.